Hello, South Korean.
안녕하세요.
Before you come from me, these are not my words. That is a disclaimer. These are not my words. Woo. These are the words of Southeast Asia in the kitchen cooking you. So, don't come for me. I'm just relaying what is over there, what is a public knowledge. Well, so what is the news? The whole of Southeast Asia is in the kitchen. They are not cooking pho from Vietnam or a delicacy from Thailand or a special food from Philippines. Well, they're in the kitchen cooking South Korea. Why? Stick and stay. You find out.
美味しくなれ、萌え
So,
萌え
there was a post by Southeast Asia, SEA Heritage and History, and it says, it's ironic South Koreans have faced racism and stereotypes in Western countries. Yet discrimination toward Southeast Asians still happens in part of Korean society. Why? Because racism isn't about geography, it's about hierarchy. 1. Colonialism. 2. Economic stereotypes. 3. Migrant labor stigma. And 4. The idea that some passports are stronger than others. Well, experiencing discrimination doesn't automatically erase prejudice. It takes awareness, education, and empathy to break the cycle. This conversation isn't about blaming a nation, it's about challenging mindsets everywhere. Respect should be both ways.
ありがとうござい
Why
ます
is he or she talking so much? Just go straight to the point and say whatever you want to say. Don't go through the corners. Don't try to dodge. Don't try to play with words. Just go straight. Just go straight to the point. Yes, we like violence. We love it when people go at each other on social media. By way of comments. We are not saying go and fight anybody. We are not encouraging any form of crime against humanity, or we're just talking about exchange of words and banters. Banter. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. And he had a lot of text, and he added a picture of Indonesia, Vietnam, Malaysia, Thailand, and Philippines, all pointing at South Korea. With a caption, Southeast Asia standing together against racism. And this post actually had a lot of comments. And there are some that I find quite interesting that I'd like to share with you. Some are funny, some are not so funny. This is from Nasia. She says, Southeast Asians are already born pretty with natural beauty even without plastic surgeries. Like Koreans. And we have wide, big eyes even without eyelids surgeries that Koreans get for their 16th birthday present. This is like a bomb. Why does she have to go so hard? Well, it's a banter. That's what we want. That's why we are here. As Izol says, ha ha ha, Korea is actually fighting with Malaysia. But that picture looks like Korea fighting with Indonesia. Yeah, well, next. Namikaze, Yuji Namikaze. I'm not sure if she's Korean or Japanese or I don't know. Well, I don't care. That's not important. She says, we fight each other, but no one else is allowed to disturb either of us, which means that they go at each other, banter here and there. But if you're an outsider and you come in, it's like everybody's going to go against you, or they're going to be one and fight you. I think that's true. It happens everywhere. Yes. And next one, Prasitio says, without SEA market, without Southeast Asian market, K-pop is nothing. So he's taking a dig at Korean music. Which? This is, I don't know how to read it. I don't know how to read Chinese. So he says, why are there suddenly so many posts from Southeast Asians about mouthing Koreans? I don't know. He's perplexed. Asana, are you Arsenal? Asana says, don't like South Korea, always love North Korea. Why? And somebody says, good idea. Why? Why would you? Well, I don't know. Maybe because in North Korea, they have Kim Jong-un, right? And the narrative is that over there you cannot fool that much. You cannot, And you would have to tell us why you like North Korea and not South Korea. Binan says, where is this coming from? I saw someone posted some message without any proof that they were dealing with some Korean individual. So one or a few people make up entire Korean people. Well, she has a point, and he or she has a point. And I think we cannot generalize. If you meet a couple of people that are bad to you, it doesn't mean that the whole group or anybody from that area is like that. That is like a stereotype. So we have other people that can say, yeah, they share the same source, trusts my experience. That is, he is countering what he says. That if one or two people are bad, that's enough to generalize. It means everybody is bad. Shh, I don't agree with this. Kim Michael says, take it as a grain of salt. Don't believe everything you read from the internet. That is also true. Well, we have some more. Hypathia says that they had to join their northern brothers' ankle nuclear to fight Southeast Asians. Norman says, I am Malaysia, but my face like Korean actor. What to do? I don't know. Whether you should be proud of it or be sad about it. Joe says, no, Cambodia is that side. What side? Some says the mastermind of troublemaker in the region is a lady on the right. So if you take a look at the picture again, the lady on the right, is that Thailand? Is that Thailand? Are you talking about Thailand? I don't know. You would have to. Thais. Is it right? What he's saying? Is that true? Well, if you have anything to say about that, you can put it in the comment section. Melger says it happens to every level of society, and that is absolutely true. It is absolutely true. Everywhere you go, I'm sure when you go to Europe, there will be some, the English will be against the Germans or vice versa, or Polish against the Austrians. Even in Africa, we have the same happening. In America, Americans against the Mexicans or vice versa. San says, I can tell only the old guys, but the younger generations, you can work with them. That is also true. That is absolutely true. There are some places where the younger generations are not so cool because they've been brainwashed by the old generations. And the old generations are rather trying to see things from a different perspective, and they are rather, welcoming and like good in general. And there are some societies that, the reverse actually happens. It's what the opposite is what actually happens. So I think it depends. And Jerome says, you love Korea until you face their aunties. So that means that, the aunties are, or the oldies are the troublemakers. Lim says, true, but we are no different from the South Koreans when we take a look at how we perceive and treat the foreign workers from South Asia, like Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Pakistan in our country. At the end of the day, nobody likes to taste their own medicine. And that is a fact. Zame says, migrant labor stigma. Well, yeah, right. That also happens in Southeast Asia. It happens everywhere in the world. Armani says, I'm out of the loop what happens with South Korea? Superiority complex and jealousy. Well, Vince Yu says, I'm Korean, and this is true. And we are not educated about racism at school. They must teach it to future students. There's a saying that if a crocodile comes out of... No. Wait. What is that? I don't know. I skip it. Yeah, it's okay. Lulu says, laughing as a Cambodian because Thai Kadai does it to us all the time. Who is Thai Kadai? Is it Thailand or Indonesia or Malaysia? Thai Kadai. I have no idea what that means. Amy Jackson says, imagine if they do that to the passport bros. That uses them for a bag of rice. Passport bros? Who are those? No idea, again. Paul says, yeah, guys, I mean, where's Timor-Leste? Oh, yes, Timor-Leste. You are part of Southeast Asia, but you've been taken out in this situation. So, yeah, don't worry. You're fine. You're good. At least your name is not there, so nobody will come at you. Be happy. Kelly says, plastic help South Korea. How? In what sense? Does it, you mean they do plastic surgery to look more beautiful or handsome? I don't know. Nathan says, no racism in Malaysia or Middle Asia? Think again. Mahometus says that invaded someone else's land to build an illegal temple and then try to play victims here. Ha ha ha. Our Asian ancestors, this is from Tisco. Our Asian ancestors taught us manners, respect, and proper conduct. We are open to guests and foreigners, but a long history of colonialism once made Asian be looked down upon. Now the era has changed. Asian is not just one or two countries. We are a family that supports one another. Even if we argue passionately in football comment sections, when one of us is attacked in the name of racism, it is condemned and not tolerated on Asian land. Kumar says, respect to you guys. And Korea was colonized by Japanese, Chinese, and USA. Nowadays. Alfonso says, if not for the Philippines, which sent hundreds of soldiers during the Korean War, South Korea, as we know it today, would not exist. It would have been united with North Korea, Jumong's nation. Wow! So, should they be happy or? Should they be happy for not joining North Korea or be sad about it? Castro says, Alfonso, Philippines had contributed with the war efforts, with many lives many lives were sacrificed as well from other countries. Well, so I don't know what he's trying to say. Well, and you says, we are always grateful for the Philippines' participation in the Korean War. Yes. This is a long one from Kara. Why is it so long? I get a pride in the Philippines' role, and it's important, but that claim goes way too far. South Korea's survival wasn't because of one country alone. The Korea War was fought by 16 years nations, with the United States and South Korea carrying the overwhelming majority of troops, casualties, funding, and command. Filipino soldiers were brave and made real contributions, but they numbered around 7,400 total over the war, not hundreds of thousands. So yes, honor the Filipino veterans, absolutely, but rewriting history to say South Korea wouldn't exist without the Philippines alone isn't accurate. The result was shaped by a massive multinational effort, Korean resistance and Cold War geopolitics. Not one country, but honestly, not all Koreans are bad. It's the same with us Filipinos, or with any race, really. Let's not get involved or spread fake news. No, this is actually from a Filipino. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yes. Charles says, then a random white guy asks if you're Chinese to the Korean guy. There's this stereotype that Westerners and other parts of, other continents, whenever they see Asians, they are unable to tell the differences, whether this is a Vietnamese or a Chinese or Japanese or Taiwanese and stuff like that. They try to put all of them under the name China. I think that's what he's trying to refer to. And Jean says, well, to all, not just them. And again, somebody says, in France, I stumbled across people who could distinguish your region, Taiwan, from Thailand. Well, I think that could be true. Yes, a lot of people are improving now. Even I am much improved when it comes to that. I can really tell the differences between the Vietnamese, especially the Filipino, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, yes, because I've watched a lot of Korean dramas. And Singaporeans, maybe Taiwanese, I'm not sure. A few others I will struggle, but for the most part, like Vietnamese, Filipinos, Chinese, Japanese, South Koreans, I think I'll be able to identify. And even Thais, I'll be able to identify. And Yi says, and within Southeast Asia, we discriminate ourselves to dark-skinned people. Hallelujah. Well, is that true or not? Somebody says, we? What do you mean we? What? Yes. And another person says, yes, we, boldly. Yes, we. Is it true or not true? Knowing. Is it true? Do you want to deny it? This is from Chiraguna. He says, I am a brown dude, and I am discriminated against everywhere I go. Aww. Who feels superior? Why? I don't know. I left my own rear. Who else will do it? That's all that matters. Is it true? Is it true? I don't know. You tell me. And Tyrant Goth says, very nice. Muhammad says, we fight among us, but we will unite it against outsider. So literally, well, we may fight, but if you're an outsider, if you're not an Asian, don't try to, come into our conversations. Okay, so if you're watching this and you're not Asian, don't try to go at them. If not, you'll be overwhelmed. Lazarus or Lazarus? Don't Lazarus with us. He says, we are sibling. We are sibling. If outsider try to pick a fight with one of those brothers and sisters here, only we have. It will not be allowed. Only we have the right to go at each other. Well, so that brings us to the end of the cooking South Korea being cooked by Southeast Asians. Do you think you were right? Well, the full story is not here. He just, the original post just, added a few things and, mentioned a few stuff. He couldn't really point out why or what. He couldn't give any instances, but what we get from the text or from the post is that, Koreans tend to discriminate against Southeast Asians. As to why, I have no idea. This has been the SMS, and I am your host, Spy Martinson. See you next time. Please subscribe. Okay, subscribe.